Welcome everybody, Tucson Joe's coming back at you for a great day today. This is Saturday, February 14th, 2026, Valentine's Day. I'm just doing a little quick video downtown here. As you can tell, I got my GoPro strapped on. I am standing in front of, can anybody tell me down in the comments? No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the old Carlos Murphy's restaurant here in Tucson. Now, I'm gonna give a little history on this real quick. But first, come along for the ride. What do you say? So this building here is the old El Paso and Southwestern Railroad Depot. Excuse me, I can't talk again. It's at right here at 411 West Congress Street. The depot is an example of classic revival architecture. It was originally completed in 1913 and is a copy of the El Paso and Southwest Depot in Douglas, Arizona. It served passengers until the year 1924 when the railroad merged with the Southern Pacific Railroad. Years later, it was converted into two different Mexican restaurants. One was Carlos Murphy's and the other was Garcia's. Now I want to talk a little bit today about the legend of Carlos Murphy. Now this was quite an interesting restaurant, that is to say the least. Now, give me just a moment here. I'm going to pull my phone out of the case. There we go. I'm going to get a little zoom in here for you. You can see the architecture here. Yes, indeed, inside, right inside there, was one of the most unique restaurants I think I've ever witnessed. Probably, yeah, most definitely unique. And I say that because Carlos Murphy's, believe it or not, was an Irish-Mexican restaurant. That's right, an Irish-Mexican restaurant. So the legend of Carlos Murphy, which by the way, I'm right here on Congress. Congress is straight ahead, right over here. The interstate is directly behind the restaurant over here. Sorry if my hand's a little too high there. So right over there will be the Circle K right off of the interstate. And then this is the building here. It is now used as daily parking, I believe, weekly, monthly parking type. I don't believe anything is in here anymore. We are right over next to the court here. Give me 1 second. I will, I'm looking on my phone really quick at my map. Right now, this is the United States District Court. The District Court of Arizona, right here. So, right over here is Carlos Murphy's. Now, let me get to the legend of Carlos Murphy's. A lot of people wonder where in the world Carlos Murphy comes from. And, you know, that's a good question indeed. We're not even sure, to be honest. So, the legend goes, is the product of a rich Mexican-Irish heritage legend that has it that Carlos is the son of a ditch digger from Dublin who left the Emerald Isle to seek his fortune in Juarez, Mexico. Unfortunately, there weren't any fortunes to be found in Juarez, but that didn't stop Carlos's father. As luck, the Irish would have it, he met and fell in love with the beautiful young daughter of Juarez's leading hubcap magnate. They were married on St. Patrick's Day, and the following Cinco de Mayo became the proud parents of a red-haired, black-eyed boy named Carlos. He weighed a six-pack and 1.5 ounces. That's how the legend goes. Carlos led an uneventful life until his traumatic 18th birthday. Traumatic because his parents decided to move and didn't tell Carlos where. Unnerved but undaunted, Carlos quickly recovered from the loss of his parents, having been raised on a steady diet of mulligan stew, refried beans, and tequilas. He was used to being alone. Following in his father's footsteps, Carlos decided to explore abroad and seek his fortune. But Carlos wasn't as lucky as his father and couldn't find a broad with a fortune. So he left Juarez for the USA, taking with him nothing more than 17 pesos, his swimsuit, and the last words of his father: "Don't drink the water and never water your drink." Carlos never forgot his father's advice. For years, he traveled the country, getting thrown out of every bar between Dublin, California, and Mexico City, Indiana, because Carlos never drank the water and never watered his drinks. Finally, Carlos ended up here in town, but something was wrong. Every place he went into was like a siesta. Carlos wanted a fiesta. Blarney con carne, Carlos explained. Surely this town needs una cantina grande. So Carlos decided to make fun a business, and soon the doors to Carlos Murphy's were open, and Carlos is doing his best to make the fiesta never end. That, my friends, right there, is the legend of Carlos Murphy. Now, the Southern Pacific owned this place since way back when. And this isn't the original route, by the way. The original train station in Tucson. That original one is over on Alameda. That is over by Hotel Congress. Hopefully you guys are getting a good angle there. So yeah, the original depot here in Tucson, that's over by Hotel Congress. That is still the operating Amtrak station here in Tucson. That is where the legend has it that Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday met Frank Stilwell on the railroad tracks. Not here, over at the other location. This location, built in 1913, this serviced the El Paso and the southwestern route. That's this building right here. There is a placard up on the wall. I'm going to walk over here really quick. Now I can't see inside. They've got the windows covered. Now I kind of can't see into one of those windows upstairs. Looks like I can still see a table or something up there. So right up here, hopefully you guys are seeing that. There we go. The El Paso and Southwestern Railroad, originally owned by the Phelps Dodge Company, was extended from El Paso into Tucson in the fall of 1912. The handsome depot of classical design, featuring a large rotunda with a stained glass dome, was completed in December 1913. A part commissioned by Mr. and Mrs. Walter Douglas separated the passenger and freight depots, landscaped by Camilo Finzi. It featured many rare and unusual trees and shrubs. In 1924, the El Paso and Southwest Railroad became part of the Southern Pacific System. And that is by the Tucson Pima County Historical Commission and Arizona Historical Society. So just, hopefully you guys can see this. Let me take the phone out of my case again so we can get better angles here. Yeah, you can just see this beautiful architecture over here. Insanely gorgeous. I wish I could see in the windows maybe, but I can't. Like, you can kind of see up in through the window up there. Let me see if I can, give me a moment. I am working kind of one-handed, seeing the window up there, but it's hard to see with my camera. Let me zoom back out. But yeah, this is the old El Paso and Southwestern Railroad Depot right here, which eventually became Carlos Murphy's. Haven't been over here, standing right here in probably almost 30 something years, I would say. It's been quite a while. Well, I was gonna use my GoPro and try and scoot around. Over here you can see the tent for the gym show. I was gonna kind of scoot around to see some other stuff here today, downtown, but I'm gonna save that for another video. We'll make this one short and sweet. But yeah, that's the old El Paso Southwestern Route Depot, which eventually became Carlos Murphy's, and then eventually I believe Garcia's was after it, if I'm correct. But man, this building is just gorgeous. Well, folks, let me change my view here. Hope you guys enjoyed that little taste of history from here in Tucson at the old Pueblo. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed it too. That's the legend of Carlos Murphy. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. This is Tucson Joe signing off for Great Day Today. We'll catch you in the next one. And remember, have a great day today.